There we go. Kind of helps if I put the speaker on. Oh. So yeah. Starting over. Hey, welcome. I've moved some stuff around, cleaned up some stuff. I'm trying to get this print job going. It's supposed to be kind of a lamp articulating arm. I've already got the bolts part for it, so now I just got a frozen image. Awesome. Okay. Hear background audio, nothing else. I don't understand why, like, every stream is something. You shouldn't be hearing any reverb. Live camera's out. Chat box shouldn't be doing anything. Wow. Why are you spinning the... Oh, that's that other fan. It's off center. Huh. I don't know why the audio is choppy. I mean, I told it to use the best, not the best quality, but like, you know, automatically select what it needs to. Awesome. Oh, fun. All right. So, I was close out, simplify 3D. Is that better? Guess y'all let me know if it's any better or not. Just video? Okay. Yeah, it's a little choppy even on my source. That's weird. Skipped frames over 98% over the last 2 minutes. But why? It doesn't even make sense why you would do that. It says Streamlabs is only using, or I'm only using 33% of the memory. Only 30 to 40% CPU. 23.98 frames per second. I don't even have like really anything else running. Oh. While I would love to say that, you know, it's something simple, it always isn't. Alright, well, let me see if I can get this thing. I don't want that one, I want OctoScreen. You know, it might be Chrome doing it. No, not on Wi-Fi. I've got a hard line all the way to the main. Ah, well, I am using two different one Logitech camera and one Microsoft Live Cam. I'm on the Logitech. That's the Live Cam. It's even telling me that YouTube is saying not enough data is coming their way. Oh, it teleported. All right. Yeah, I got plenty of people on the house, but I mean, I got a 2930 meg upload. I don't understand why. Hold on. Okay, so my mic is still on. I don't know. This thing is like, I mean, granted, this isn't the right. It's supposed to be closer to 300, but See, that's what I don't get. I mean, I'm getting almost a steady 29 meg upload. I mean, that should be more than enough for YouTube. So anyway, let's video. Add the live cam in. Alright, so just so you guys can see what it's doing at the same time. Alright, so there we go. Alright, change password, yeah. Okay. Advance, expand just in case. Alright. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. I don't know. This is all I'm really working on, so I mean if it gets a little too boring, you know, I'm just trying to get the screen working. I wonder if me viewing my OctoScreen cameras is causing the issue. Try closing all of those. There's that whole set. Okay. Alright, there we go. Oh, stupid thing. Yeah. There we go. All right. Oh, you know what? I probably ought to install the display first. Hi, babe. All right. So There we go. Paste that in. See, I usually get all of that. Hi, baby girl. Wonder if my other chat will work. It's going to auto reboot once it does the drivers. There it goes. We got stuff on the screen. Oh, you know what? Life cam. I don't want to need to re-flip it. There you go. You can actually see it. That box is tall enough. So we work fine sitting up. Fine, we'll tip you that way. Why don't you want to focus? Man, I really wish I could get this thing working right for me. Oh. So Streamlabs chat thing thinks I'm not even online. That's funny. Well, I guess we won't use that. All right. All right. So we got that going. So let's install. That's good. I don't know why I always have to, like, tell it to fix itself. I mean, I even followed side by side with Chris Riley's video, and it's still... I think most of the issue I'm having is with this screen itself, just because it's some weird clone. It will take a wave share driver, so I don't know if maybe there's something I can kind of merge with that, but I keep getting this, after I've installed everything, it says no screens found, but yet you can see this is clearly on the Pi itself up here. So what's up, Jake from State Farm? I need a policy quote, please. All right. So then we're going to guess they may have updated something here just recently, because I didn't get that before. Error processing package OctoScreen install dependency problem. Oh, Libeck didn't. See what I mean? Like, half this crap is just, I don't understand why it's failing. Yeah, my stupid mouse double click. See, I just did that too. Oh. All right, let me see if my notes that I had for installing are any better. Where did I put them? Where's my Google Drive? Oh crap. I guess something didn't close out right. Oh man. Okay. Octopi. OctoScreen. Set up OctoScreen. This is what I did before. Maybe I should just stick with it. All right, One Raz, thanks for swinging by. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm pulling the code verts straight from the OctoScreen GitHub instruction page. I mean, this the sheet that I've got now on the far right, that was the, as I've been working through the instructions, I was copying down the commands so I could try to have like a little quicker package pull, but gotta hold this thing to heat up. Already timed out. I guess that finished. Alright, so yeah, we did all that. We did that. Okay, let me run that line. We'll go ahead and upgrade the pip. Jake. Alright, so that was for that part. Let's see if this does it again. Yeah, it still doesn't like. Still not getting all the dependencies, even though they're all supposed to be listed. I wonder if this thing's gonna start up now. I wonder if I broke it. Alright, well, I didn't completely break it, but apparently, yeah, that's not... Alright, let's try the one line again. So it still thinks... I don't get it. Yeah, true. Except this is the only instruction set, so I mean, Is what it's telling me, Vert? Is that not right? That command we pasted in, that broken, the app broken install? I'm wondering if it's just because I didn't do the get update and get upgrade early or first thing to get all the lists updated so it knows even where to pull the packages. I wonder if that's why that failed the first time on these updates. Oh, yeah, I always seem to get this one where it's saying that it can't, like, I guess they ran a wrong code set even though they said they got it. I don't know why it. Oh. Sounds good, Bert. Apparently I keep missing the the heat up sequence on this stupid printer. I keep hearing it wind back down. Alright. Unable to fetch some archives. Maybe at update will. What? Alright, well, you got easily follow instructions on how to do the VNC on the Pi so I can see the desktop like that. Not that I really need it right at the moment, but that would be nice to have auto remove. It's unable to fetch all packages. Okay. So do another update. Grade. Funny. It's a lot of stuff on that list. So yeah, I've got the let's see if it'll do this real quick. So yeah, that one's running. Although I'd probably knock the camera loose again. It's doing the base for the oh, okay. I'm playing the desktop option, install from that. Okay. So yeah, that one's setting up the thing. It's the only one really running at the moment. There we go. Still processing. Okay, so I guess then, do you know anything about OctoScreen? Because I've been hearing, like, it's not listed on here in any way that you need to set up the Octoprint desktop, like to get, or the, excuse me, the Raspbian desktop. But then other people are saying, yes, that's the only way of making it work. So I don't understand. I mean, if you watch Chris's video on it, I mean, it took like just a few little clicks and he was done. And it's like, I've been struggling with this for weeks, probably about 2 weeks prior to him putting out that video, and then doing almost all the same exact steps from his video, and I still couldn't get it to work. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to use an old version of Octopi. Maybe I should have just straight used the brand new one. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, really, the touchscreen is just so. I mean, I don't know if you've ever really seen what OctoScreen is about. So it's supposed to have. What in the world did I just do? There we go. It's supposed to have these nice, you know, touch buttons on the touch screen, so you can control your Octoprint without having to remote in, so it can be right by the right by the printer, and you can do it. And I figured, well, I've got a touch screen, I might as well try it out. But it doesn't want to play nice. I mean, he says it's based off of the Octopi TFT version that they stopped supporting. But I even tried looking at some of those install instructions to get it to work, and it was about just as bad, hit and miss. I must have done something wrong with the, oh, it's because I didn't do the pseudo show. Okay. That's where that one had an issue. Holy moly. It's probably old stretch. Let's see if I can even find what version I put on here. Because like I said, it was just a test to see if, because somebody said they used the new one and it didn't work. No. Where's the... Alright, so it's Stretch Lite 15.1. So it's a really old version of Octopi. But like I said, I was just trying to see if maybe that might work better. As far as like just getting the base to see if... Because somewhere I read that they had changed from the dot service to a different folder. But there's no clear way of like them fixing it, so, or even us as users fixing it, so that's why I'm just like playing around with it, trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong that doesn't look like how Chris did it, where it was like click click and you're done. Oh, well, this image is almost 2 years old. That's what I was saying. I was just trying a really old version to see if maybe there was something with old version that it had compatibility that they changed, and the guy that is running the repo just didn't get it updated. Jeez. Oh, crap. So I just noticed in his instructions, I don't know why I didn't see it before. So that's probably a lot of my issue. I need to get what Octoprint wants as a desktop like upgrade, and then go ahead and have that core stuff all put in, and then put my driver for the screen itself, and then continue on. Poop. Whoa. See, that's why I said it's probably going to be a short hangout. Because I've been doing this at, like, after I get off work. I haven't really like thought about it. I just trying to play around and get it going, and I didn't even. I don't know why I didn't see that. But yeah, it is installing all the other stuff, so. Alright, so let's see, I'll do my change of name. Yeah. Okay, don't need that line in there. Oh, come on. There we go. All right. Jeez. All right. What were you saying in Raspy? Because I get like the auto boot, but it's not like I don't need to. Yeah, I know, right? Well, it is the old version, and I'm probably gonna just reflash this with the more like the newest version of Octoprint, which is the what 17.0 core. But I just want to try to do some of this troubleshooting so that I can build a full list of here's everything that I ran and I got it running. Alright, but I don't need it to auto boot into that, so it says to set it up. Alright, but you're saying yes, enable VPN. So just setting up the VPN like it's doing now, does that automatically put in like the desktop core functions? Cool. Oh, okay, so that's two separate things. Right now it's just a VNC, and then I got to do desktop. Because I thought it was just, you know, run the Octoprint, install the desktop script that they make on the homepage. All right. I would offer to have people, you know, co-join on the screen, but I don't have Streamlabs working, or what you call it, working right. StreamYard. Okay, VNC servers enabled. All right, set advanced. Overscan, memory split, audio, resolution. Okay, doesn't look like it's in that. And that's it. It's just let's make sure that that's updated. Okay. So if I do So they put in that right there. So I need to save that in my list. Yeah. Ah. Yeah, install the desktop environment. Yes. I don't know how I missed that line of go ahead and set up your desktop environment as well. Like, I feel like an idiot. Oh well, I guess you learned stuff. That's why I'm running this, my OctoScreen, set up OctoScreen text file. It's on the right side of the screen, so I can learn how to not make these kind of mistakes. I mean, I've already got a setup script kind of like this for when I want to set up just a normal Octoprint that I can just copy paste the commands over, and it already sets up, you know, all the plugins and different stuff that I want, or all the core functionality. And then once it's up, then I do the restore from backup, and then it's got all the, it auto installs all the plugins that I had enabled before. So I got it down to a pretty quick process. So now I wanted to do the same thing with OctoScreen, so that if I get any other screens ordered, then I know what I got to do to make it work on another one. I mean, I bought this screen for what? Not even $10 off of some lady that was right down the street that she was thinking, you know, her ex was monitoring all of her network and hacking her accounts and doing all kind of stuff. And she wanted to learn Raspberry Pi and got a screen, couldn't figure it out, so then she just sold the screen. So I lucked out on that one. Okay, let's see. Installed up here. Windows Remote Desktop should then be able to connect to the desktop. Okay. Set to VNC. Put in user and pass on the Pi IP. Okay. If you are a Linux user, you could clone the card and restore it. Well, it's not that. It's, I've found that sometimes the updates in place with Octoprint don't always work. And so sometimes I like to get an incomplete, like, fresh install everything, like re-image the card to their base so that it's got whatever fixes and stuff, you know, straight out the gate. But that's what I built all my these scripts on, is, you know, if I bought a brand new card, whatever, then I can do that, you know, and then just, well, I use the Windows Imager, and I made a custom image that I restore from that I was doing this kind of stuff. But I figured I might as well, like, write down everything I do, so, you know, if somebody else wanted to go straight from factory install, they could follow these kind of steps and get, like, the base core set up pretty fast and already renamed and on their network and different stuff like that. Alright, so let me, since I messed up the video driver, let me go ahead and redo that. There we go. It's got to reboot anyway. See how well this worked. Well, the screen's working again. Right, so do I need to have it auto start the desktop? It's acting like it doesn't know how to, or the remote desktop is still not picking up anything. Oh, I meant to ask you on one of the streams, I don't know if you saw it, but what does a company need to do to get like some of their configuration files set up to like be a part of the repo that can be re-downloaded? So I had a question from one of the companies that I've been working with, and they were like, I asked them, and they were like, we don't know. We don't really, you know, English is not our primary language, so, you know, if you can help us out. So I figured I'd at least ask. What's up, Bubba? Yeah, that's not. Did Mama say anything about
And she's gonna make the doorbell once.
it's a arm for a camera. I'm trying to see if the desktop like articulating arm will work, so that I can maybe hang something from the top. Now, what did this say? New options. Do sudo apt-get install lightdm. I thought that's what that was gonna have. Okay, will do, Verts. Yes. I have it in the offline mode, so it's not using the Octoprint on that one. Oh. Yes, I want OctoScreen to show. That's the work PC.
That's not.
Huh?
That's new.
Yeah, but it's new.
It's kind of like us.
Hmm?
It's kind of like us.
Kind of. A lot newer. Alright, be sure to run deep. Okay, well. I guess now we can go back to the original, install the OctoScreen and see if that does all the parts that it needs. See what I mean? Like, I don't understand. My mouse, like, at random will, when I do a click, it does a random just double click, just out of the blue. So now it's setting up the same thing it just finished setting up because it's retarded. Okay, but I still get that OctoScreen service issue. Still haven't been able to figure that one out. So if I do service OctoScreen service, I get that no screens found, even though, I mean, you can see where we're looking at the screen. Yes. You do know I'm doing a live stream, right? Okay. So I've got an open ticket for this because they were saying that you just run this video FB turbo thing and then it'll fix it, but I don't know. See, I get a lot of the, no command found, no, like all of it's broken. The video driver? What do you mean stock unmodded? There's about a 60-second delay. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. I get you. Yeah, that's what they were wondering because, like they've been sending files to me. I've been looking at them. The only thing that I noticed that they didn't do, uh, and I've already been speaking with their engineer to try to figure out why they did it the way they did it, but they are using a ramps 14 or ramps 1.4, whatever that section is. But then they turned around and modified one of the pins files to have like a whole new section because they're trying to use a like an ANET A6 screen in different pin configuration that's custom to their board, and it looks weird. Like when I tried to, before we figured that out, when I was just trying to put 2.0 on there because that's what they shipped it with, but with a back when it was beta version, I couldn't get half of the stuff to work. And then we figured out that they were changing some other like the pin file, and then there was one other file that to make it line up with their board, and it was getting so annoying. All right, so let me start session. All right, so at least now the pie screen down here looks the same, like almost same as when you sudo in, or what you call it, SSHN, sorry. But it's not showing the OctoScreen program. I wonder why it's doing that. Yeah. No, I figured that, but that's why I was just curious, like, to get them information to say, okay, if you want to be listed, then you're going to have to, do these different things and, follow this type of guideline to make it work, not just change everything to make it custom to you. Because otherwise, if you want to fully be like open source and get listed and, do all this other great stuff, then there's a template that you kind of have to follow. But anyway, like I said, it was just kind of a side question. Scott, I'm trying to get that OctoScreen to work while I'm waiting for other things to print. So, just kind of been trying to figure it all out here. Okay, so before exit, Chris was saying we had to do that. Save modified, yes. Okay. Yeah, I know. That's. I don't understand what's going on. Love you too. Yeah, I know, right? I had to reprint all the brackets because I apparently had some broken, and then I put too much on the shelf, and then it like just made it go to crap. But yeah, they're holding strong now. All right, so the app update, app upgrade didn't do anything. I guess let's redo the desktop environment install. I don't know. Part of me is thinking that because I used a really old version of the Pi image as the base to test a whole different theory, I wonder if. Well, I have no idea if StartX works. I don't know this stuff very well. So I was just having it redo the desktop install. Like maybe there was an error that we didn't see or something. Oh, by the way, Scott, look, I got 2 video cameras working at the same time finally. I don't know how I was able to finally get it to start playing nice, but that worked. Oh, okay. I mean, this is giving me the look like, even though we ran the install setup script, like it didn't actually install it correctly. So what was Mama saying about dinner? Oh, okay. Yes.
What do you do?
Got the network cable plugged in. Well, I actually, Sky, I even actually had 3 webcams working for a little bit. I don't know if I would try it again just because I don't want it to crash the stream now. And knowing my luck, that's exactly how it would do it if I tried to add the 3rd camera in. Man, this is taking forever. Hey, Vince. How's it going? Alright. We'll do the pseudo reboot. Alright, screen went blank. Let's see if it'll give us a desktop this time. Or I wonder if, because I did the selecting the light DM or OctoScreen instead of light DM, that maybe that is picking the different one. It's not showing all the text, but it does show a cursor. What are you doing, weirdo? All right, so it looks like it's completely locked up. Alright, light DM would bring you to the desktop. Okay, so because I didn't install light DM first, I installed it, but then I turned around and told it, no, I want OctoScreen to handle it. That's probably why I'm getting just a blinking cursor right now. Okay. So... Alright, I still don't get the whole VPN to the desktop, RDP to the desktop of the Pi thing, but it's probably not working right with the way it's currently at. Alright, so let's... Oh, okay, Mama was saying that she's going to ring it for bedtime. I thought you were saying that she was going to ring it when it was food time. Yes. Hey, it doesn't matter what they are. Stop worrying about it. I'm doing something completely different. Hold on a second, guys. Hello? Hi. Good, you? I'm just doing a live stream. But I put it on mute for a minute. What's up? That's alright. Okay. Okay. It doesn't surprise me. Yep. Because instead of thinking about it like rationally, people are over exaggerating and freaking out and making it a whole epidemic thing of something that's not even like to that level at all. But what are you gonna do? Yeah, no problem. Sure thing. Oh, okay. Alrighty. That'd be good. Alright, so did you click that by chance? The microphone? Okay, well, it's just family, you know, they're hearing all the different stuff that the news is putting out or local channels putting out. She's saying the National Guard got called out by one of my aunt's house because people are fighting in the grocery stores and there's not even milk. And it's a super flu. I mean, I get that there's some people that have a little bit higher risk, you know, of contracting it, maybe get a little bit worse symptoms, but I mean, it's a flu. It's all this really boils down to. I don't understand why people are like, I mean, they even suggest to call out the National Guard because people are fighting. Yeah, that is just getting ridiculous. The fact that there's no toilet paper at half of these places anymore. There's no, or people are running out of sugar, now milk. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Well, hopefully this gets done reflashing the card here. I mean, I know it's almost 50% done, but man. Okay, it says it needs 3 more minutes. And then that'll be the newest version. What is this? Buster Light 17.0 that they released now 5 months ago, but I mean, they haven't released a new image on their website. Oh. So maybe we can actually get some good OctoScreen install setup instructions. Make it all work out right. Alright, so right now we don't need to run that one or that one. So we'll do that line. Go, and then then reboot, and yeah, I mean, I'm happy just because I used to be in my room here or in the shop at my last job. They let me work from home. So now for like the next 2 weeks, I'm working from home. I just got my work computer set up down here, so that'll be nice. But I mean, just the attitudes people are having. I get that you don't want it to spread. You know, I understand that, and I think that's great that, you know, companies are trying to be proactive about it. You know, I love the fact that that one senator who always calls out everybody on basic common stuff, she got them to fully support using the emergency power to make all the screening tests cost nothing to anybody, period, in the U.S. So, you know, those things are nice. The government's stepping in, doing some things. Not everything, but they are at least doing some things. You know, that part I find very helpful. I just don't understand why people are going off on this whole tangent of let's buy everything that we possibly can for no reason. I mean, really, what possible reason do you have to buy 8 supersized multi-packs of toilet paper? I mean, what would be the purpose of that? Buying bottles of water when they've never even hinted that the utility companies are going to even be interrupted whatsoever. I mean, half the stuff is all automated. They don't even need people there to begin with. So, you know, I don't understand. Just too much craziness going on for no reason. All right, we're almost there. Oh. Yeah, I'm hoping longer. I'm hoping I can just stay here at home and just keep on working. That'd be nice. Like I used to at my old job. I mean, it's not like the job I'm in can't be just work from home to begin with. Like, it's not needed to go into the office. But, you know, it's a job. I guess since we're waiting anyway, so this was the new change up. So I got the new monitors, and I've actually got them mounted now. So now I've got desk space so I can actually work. And then I got the resin printer right beside me to... Thinks my kid's shitty. Oh, Scott. Let's see if that'll hold there. Yay, that's done. Alright. Now I've messed with the screen too much. There we go. Okay. Let's see if... They changed this up completely. Oop. Need that. There we go. Didn't I just change that? Yeah, I did. Okay, so let's see what if they changed anything else. Okay, so save. Yes, save. Okay. Eject. Alright, here we go. Put that in. Put that in. Alright, first boot. Do. Hey, Carl. What's wrong? Me?
Standing too long. I like not wanting to.
Well, you're always welcome to go in before Mama calls you. go. All right, so that's using Pi 17. So let's start it off the right way. It goes in and out. I don't even know like where the lag is coming from or what. Sometimes it's this other camera, sometimes not. I tried the real-time stream mode, and even with 30 meg upload, YouTube says nope, not fast enough. I don't understand. I mean, it might just be my provider is, even though they're giving me uptime like that, they sense that I'm streaming, so then they start messing with me. What's wrong, Bubba? You don't want to go to bed, do you? No, it's almost time. I'm only going to do this for about another 10 minutes, so that way I can get dinner.
Okay.
So... It's still like installing, even with the Buster newest version, man, it's still taking quite a while. Oh, you can have that if you want. It's a failed print. I can't use it. It looks kind of cool. It's almost like a boomerang, but with a third piece. Or a propeller. Yeah. Too big for a fidget spinner, you're right. See, and you're right, Bert. I know that the 30 meg up is more than enough. I mean, I can stream on my telephone or my cell phone when I'm only getting 5 up and it's smooth. So I think my ISP out here is got blocks that they won't legally admit to about streamers. I don't think they like us, or they just don't like me because I've yelled at them quite a few times about the network and the extra charges that they try to slip in on my account. What's up?
I'm gonna go inside.
Okay. Love you, Joe. All right, I'll be in a little bit. Yeah, something seems to be going on because it's saying this patch is gonna take 1 day, 13 hours, 28 minutes. Something's not connecting on the right speed. Oh, there it goes. Slower network traffic. Trying to print like all these organizational tools to get stuff off my desk and make it look nice, be organized. I mean, hence the name of the stuff that I was trying to do, but then I start having failed prints, or I can't decide what I want to print out, or then I start getting like prints that like just randomly will fail for no reason whatsoever. Turn around, reprint it, and then everything works just fine. Like I don't know. It's just been a weird couple of days. But you think the ISP is doing the load balancing? Need to go to Harbor Freight tomorrow. Swap out this hex key set for a new one. Could be their DNS. YouTube, or you mean like my ISP? Do you use Google's, or do you use somebody else? I mean, because I can make that adjustment in my router so that no matter what they give me, I still use a different DNS. I'm not even using their cable modem. I've got my own cable modem that I just get their signal, and then I can control everything below it. So it's not about getting more printers so I can print it. I just got the other two, the XY2 and the XY3 up. They're printing. Not great, but they're printing. I'm tuning them now. But I don't have Octoprint on them, so because I don't have any more pies besides this one. So I need to buy some more. And then Micro Center was having a sale, but then I looked at the fine print and it said for in store. I was like, you got to be kidding me. Yikes, I'm gonna have to do it like a new core image of my backup to not have to do this forever and a day. Jeez. Do you have a suggestion on better DNS servers? I mean, yeah, right now I'm just accepting the default that they're sending me, but I mean, I used to just put Google's DNS server, but oh, I know it can handle more than one printer. It just, I've got every one of them with a webcam, and I've also got it set up with its own Wi-Fi power plug, so that I've got the little push button right in it. I know I could make it handle more. I don't. I'm on the fence, honestly, about the SD printing versus Octoprint printing, because I got Octoprint because I didn't like the SD card shuffle back when I only had like 3 machines. They were still in the other room, and I didn't want to have to keep going over to them just to plug, run the SD card back and forth, and it was just really annoying. So having Octoprint was like great. So I tuned for that. So those printers, if I put the SD card in it, I don't know how well it would actually print, to be honest, because all my adjustments are made based off of how Octoprint prints. But like these two over here, they're straight SD card because I don't even have anything else but that to set them up. But they also run a 32-bit board, so it's they print well. I haven't tuned them at all, other than literally pulled it out of the box. I didn't even really do a good bed level yet. Like I went to print after I did like a quick thing, and it was holding for a minute, then it detached from the bed. So I don't think I have the bed heat settings correct. Possibly even the nozzles temp is maybe off of it, but yeah, but if I had 33 printers all sitting around, I mean, yeah, buying a Pi per or even a Pi per 4, that's still a good investment. I mean, I could understand sticking with just SD card. What I'm hoping will happen is Mr. Prusa will, or Prussia, however you say his actual name, will be kind enough to release the farm software that he did, and then that way you can. I mean, I know there's another Octo Farm itself, but you need an Octo Print instance of some kind to connect to it. So I'd be curious as to his farm, how he had it set up so that like you could control multiple printers all from one interface. I think that would be kind of nice, even if it's not over Octoprint. If it was, a direct network connection or, something like that, I think that'd be interesting to see. So is there better buffer settings that we should set in the config file that hopefully is already preset in the examples that you guys are releasing? I mean, granted, it's not going to affect these 2 other ones over here in the back corner because they're running a closed system. So I mean, they don't have Marlin on them. But all the other ones here on this wall beside me, these 4, the 2 deltas and the 2 orders, they're all open source and using Marlin. So if I could increase, I mean, these are the ones that I usually print from mostly, so. I mean, like I said, I'm just used to printing Octoprint now. It just, the workflow makes so much sense because I can even go into my bedroom with my laptop, look up all what I want to print, set it all up in S3D, send it over the network straight to Octoprint and tell it print, and then I just let it go on these. Like, I don't really ever have issues. It's the other side that they're brand new, so I haven't really played with them much. Other than apparently my printers are scared of the coronavirus because they just want to keep messing up. Okay, jeez, that took forever. Alright, let's run get update one more time just to make sure that it's got that piece done. Okay, it says it's got all the packages. The upgrade. We're going kept back. Okay. So let's change our password. Oop. Okay. Sudo I do. All right. Well, I define my buffer to planner, and it's at least 16 to as much as 5, depending on the board's limits. Ah, okay. Yes, I know I still need to finish the E2 upgrade. Mine are back to working good. They acted up before you came down. Yep. Well, I mean, if you, Scott, if you still want to make that trip over here, instead of bringing stuff for Murph, you can just load up all the ones that you want to tweak and play with firmware, and then we can just set them up in here, and then let me know like how many days off I need to schedule to take off from work, or however you want to work that, and then yeah, we'll make it happen. Okay. All right, so should I go ahead and just run the desktop install script? Well, if you only bring one of each type instead of multiples of each type, nah, it's up to you. I mean, like I said, if you whatever you want to bring up, that's perfectly fine. Very true. If you do it while I'm working from here, then yeah, wouldn't need to take time off of work. That is very true. Sorry, they just told me about the whole working from home on Friday and told me to pack my work desktop, which is right in front of me. So I'm still getting used to the lingo, because starting Monday I'll be right here working. So yeah, I mean, I was originally planning on taking time off and all that jazz for Murph. So now that I don't need to do that, yeah. I got you, Bert. Okay. Well, I mean, I'll look into that more, definitely. But yeah, that sounds like a winner chicken dinner. If you're saying that, you know, there's some little tweaks that could be done, though that would be maybe that could just be something you guys adjust in the config file examples, or even in the default one, or on the web page, even when it goes into about the USB and SD card like memory allocation, like here's our suggestion based off of this, so you know, take this into account and then do this on this type of a board. I mean, that information would be helpful. I would hope that that wouldn't take too much extra work to like convince and write in to the configs. But then again, I don't know what all y'all do as is with the configs, so well, I would agree with you, Bert. The main thing that I would say that would be nice is if, like, say on my MKS Gen L, I know it's an 8-bit board. It's on my Delta in the far back, but I originally wanted the MKS touchscreen. Well, then I found out through much pain and error that when I turned on the deploy probe like warning, you know, that delay, and you're supposed to hit the, you know, the screen button to say okay, you can't do that on their touchscreen. I had to put back on the factory touchscreen to get that push okay. And I submitted for the developers to like look at that and figure out like what to do with system responses, and they're just like, they don't even attempt it. And then they keep saying, oh, well, we'll probably make our closed source screen firmware open source. And they've been saying that for like almost a year and a half now, and they still haven't done it. You know, and it's like, but then when you put Octoprint on it too, then it starts, between the two, you know, the screen and Octoprint, it starts acting crazy. So that's the only reason why I was thinking like a touch screen Octoprint, is that I'm still getting the touch screen, but you know, I don't know. There's some stuff that I think should be common practice by now, but they don't do. So I don't know. I don't understand what it would take to get to it, and I would hope that they would fix it sometime soon. But I see it, Scott. You know, like the resin printer, it's gonna be completely standalone. I mean, there's no other way around it. The laser, I'm able to connect it to a Pi, I'm able to use some features. I wish it had a little bit more like Octoprint so I could remotely just check in on it and use the webcam interface and like see what the lasering is doing. But the current way that I've got it set up to be as free as possible is not very stable to do that yet. So, I mean, I like the fact of kind of setting up, you know, a farm, and I kind of wish now I would have just picked one printer and just bought a whole bunch of them so that it'd make it even easier for that. But, you know, I like the kind of mix and match that I've got, and it's kind of cool. Yeah, open source is interesting. You know, some companies are open source, but they're not fully open source. They're just open source to a degree, and then they still got certain things on lockdown. I don't know how you make that work, but, you know, they apparently can. All right. Well, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. I'm going to go get some food because I'm starving. And this thing is taking forever to update, so... Twin style of that lays now. Yeah. All right. Well, thank y'all for just kind of hanging out with me while I was trying to get this OctoScreen working. Vert, I would love to be able to contact you more, but not like really pick your brain or really try to, you know, do that, but just have another resource that maybe I can throw some stuff at you every now and then. But if you're up to that, by all means, you can shoot me an email too, just techiedad@gmail. But yeah, I'm gonna keep playing with this. We'll go get something to eat and then probably come back here hopefully before it gets too much colder and get the screen up, or I may just move it into the house and work on it from there since it's already on the wireless. But anyway, like I said, thanks for hanging out with me tonight, and we will see you guys next Saturday. I've got a bunch of videos that I need to start recording, get caught up on all this stuff now that I'm finally feeling a lot better and not so crazy, and I've got a lot more space I can work with. The cameras are starting to work, so everything's starting to finally come together, so I'll get caught up eventually. But yep, other than that, we'll see you next weekend. Thanks, guys.